up, Greatness Gang? D4G here. Alright, man. Alright, hey, I'm excited about this one. Y'all know what it is. You seen the title, you seen the thumbnail. We have a gas or trash review over Milano Prive. Y'all saw the first impression. A lot of y'all was rocking with it. Y'all wanted to know what I thought of a full review. So your boy gonna let you know whether this fragrance is gonna be some gas or if this shit is really just some trash.
That shit is fucking trash.
Now before we get started, make sure you give your boy the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button. Let's go over presentation. Now I think this is becoming a common theme with a lot of these fragrances because not too many of them have just a great presentation. So box for this one, you know where that went.
Trash.
But the bottle, I must say, I do like the bottle, man. I'll give it to him on the bottle. Cap does feel cheap, so don't have much expectation as far as the cap goes. But the overall presentation and setup of this bottle is very nice, man. You have Milano Prive right there in the front, Pandora scents as well. This is a 100 ml, so you're gonna have plenty of juice if you do decide to pick this one up. Now let's get into these notes. In the opening, you're gonna get hit with some cinnamon and blood mandarin. In the mid, you have tobacco and myrrh. And in the base, you got tonka bean and some patchouli. Alright fam, now the fragrance experience with this is nice, bro, especially in that opening, fam. Now even though I do say that the opening is nice on this one, bro, you mostly gonna get a lot of cinnamon in this. Even when I originally sprayed it, Jaden, he immediately smelled cinnamon. That's all he was really able to pick up. So you're gonna get a high dosage of that cinnamon, but you do get some of the blood mandarin as well that's gonna be in the backdrop of this one. It's not a main player, but it does add to the cinnamon profile that you're getting in the opening. Now about 5 minutes into this fragrance, you are gonna be able to pick up a little bit of that myrrh, and it's really just gonna add to the spices that you're already getting from the cinnamon. So it is an overly spicy fragrance, so if you're not a big fan of that, this might not be the one that you really just gonna rock with like that. A little bit of tobacco does come out as it starts to transition, and it's really just gonna become a spicy tobacco type of fragrance. Not too much of that blood mandarin is gonna be there, and you really don't get too much of the tonka bean either, fam. It's really just spices and tobacco. You're not gonna have no sweetness in this, nothing like that. So if you're not a big fan of spicy tobacco style fragrances, this really might not be for you, fam. I'm sorry to say. Now for me, throughout my experience with this fragrance, in the first couple of hours, I gotta say, I was rocking with it. It's nice, it's beautiful. You're gonna enjoy yourself. You're gonna be vibing, you know you're gonna be smelling good. It's there. But I gotta say this right now, fam. This might be the most disappointing fragrance that I have picked up. Especially with this being a 1 million Prive clone. I had a lot of high expectations for this. But as you see when we get ready to go to pass method, you'll understand why I have mixed feelings about this one. Now that we talked about all that, let's go pass method. Performance. Alright man, now this is really where I just damn near shedded a tear, man. Bro, the performance on this one was around 5 hours, fam.
Huh?
The CRs that I was getting, it was okay, but for this to be a spicy tobacco fragrance, I was expecting at least a 7-hour performance, a good amount of CRs. I'm talking about outside of conversation. When I actually wore this fragrance, it wasn't projecting like that, fam. It was very 1-to-1. It wasn't that much of a scent bubble that was really around me. I got one compliment off of this, but it was more so in the opening of this, fam, when I initially sprayed it. Within like the first 45 minutes of me rocking this. After that, it was more so just me smelling me.
What kind of shit is that?
Accessibility. Online only, fam. Now this is gonna be around that $30, $35 price range. It is under the $40, so you know that this is B.O.B. safe. You know your boy gonna look out for you as your B.O.B. general. I got you taken care of. So I will have a link down in the description. That way if anybody do wanna check this out, you can get it from around the same price or the same website that I got it from. I'll make sure I got you taken care of there. Scent profile. Bro, this is a spicy tobacco fragrance, fam. There's really not too much to say in this. You can add the citrus to it, but you're really just gonna get that in the opening. The blood mandarin is there. It adds a nice little touch to it, but it doesn't really linger. The main things that I get in this is the cinnamon, the myrrh, and the tobacco, fam. Outside of that, bro, it's not really too much that's just going with this one. Situations, fall, and winter. You really want to keep this in those cold temperatures, bro. You do not want to put this in no high heat situations at all. Personally, for me, I look at this fragrance more so like an evening to nighttime fragrance, especially in that nighttime. And you can really do a lot of things with this, whether that's date night, out with the fellas, chilling by yourself, whatever you got going on. But personally, I more so see this fragrance as an evening to nighttime fragrance. Just out and about. Remember, the performance isn't really there, so as long as you got something that's going on within that 5-hour range, you'll be straight. Now, fam, this was probably the hardest one that I had to do, man. This has been the hardest gas and trash review that I have done. And if I'm just being honest, fam, I gotta keep it a stack. This shit is some trash.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Now, the overall smell is cool. It's not bad, but the performance is definitely a letdown there. Now, for some of y'all that don't really care about performance, you want you a 3-4 hour fragrance, cool, you know what I'm saying? Rock with it, get it, you're gonna enjoy it for sure, because the smell is there. But personally, I just feel like if I search around a little bit more, I can definitely find another 1 million Prive clone that's gonna be much more what we're looking for. We want that performance, we want the sillage. We don't want something that's just gonna be just personal. Now, if you're doing something date night, this will be cool for date night, but for me, this will be only cool for date night. If I wanted people to smell me, if I wanted to make a good impression, especially networking, something like that, if I wanted to make a good impression, this ain't gonna be the one that I'm gonna use for that. It just doesn't have the push, it doesn't have the projection, it doesn't even have the sillage of a fragrance that I'm looking for if I'm trying to do something like that. So for me personally, yeah, this is some trash. Now, am I still gonna rock it? You damn right. But even as I was testing this fragrance, in the later parts of me testing it around that 3 hours, just know I was reapplying it. So yes, it's not gonna be the best performing one. And again, personally, I do think that we can find other 1 million Prive clones out there. I'm definitely gonna look for some because I still want that DNA. I just need something that's gonna be projecting a little bit more, giving me a little bit more performance. I wouldn't even mind having more of the citrus in there. I kind of want to know a little bit more of that tonka bean in the dry down. But for me personally, this was just straight cinnamon, myrrh, and tobacco. That's pretty much it, fam. But that's just my thoughts and opinions, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Do you have this one, and what do you think about it? Is this fragrance some gas to you, or is this some trash? And does performance, sillage, things like that really play a factor into what you're picking up? Again, for me, I just think that we can just find another 1 million Prive clone. That'll be worth our time in talking about. But with all that being said, we about to get up out of here. Hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all have a phenomenal day. Stay on your square. Stay on your purpose. Don't let nobody take you off of it, fam. D4G, truly blessed, destined for greatness. We out.